goslings hatching out. See one here. Got his whole head out. See how there's some blood still in the, little bit in that membrane? That's usually an indication that they're not quite ready to hatch out, but they are already. And the duck already had some also. He still has some. So he's still not quite ready to come out either. So we have this one here. He's got, and I don't see any blood in his in the membrane on him. And then we have this one here that's working on it. And we have this one here. And that one looks like there's not. Now these are American buff geese. So I'm still turning some of these eggs over because they're not starting to hatch out yet. So this one here, I'm not seeing any cracks on it yet. So now some of these are going to be like one day after another, a couple of days after each other even, because I didn't, I think I waited and picked up like 3 or 4 that she had to start with, and so that's why there's like these 4 hatching out right now. But these other ones, I think was like one a day after that, because she would lay one. So some of these I'm not sure. I mean, the egg itself feels warm, so there's a baby in there. But so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 goslings hatching out, and then the 1 duck. But like I say, if there's blood in the membrane, don't try and force them out because they're not quite ready yet. That's why I haven't taken anything off this duck. I've taken a little bit off, but every time I see blood, I stop. And so he's still absorbing a lot of the nutrients and stuff out of the eggs. So he's not quite ready. And the egg the shell is pretty soft to where he can break out real easy, but he's just not quite ready yet. Hear the little baby goslings making noise. But yeah, as soon as you see any blood, don't try and pull them out or break it open more. Let them work on it, because the blood is indicating that they're not quite ready to hatch out. Even though they pecked their heads through or opened up the air pocket, they're still not quite ready. It'll be probably another day or 2 before they're actually ready. When they're under mom, she doesn't peck on them. She doesn't, clean up their shells off of them or anything. She just waits until they finish hatching out, and then whatever doesn't hatch out, she just walks away. So that's what you have to remember. And sometimes they walk away from an egg that might have hatched if she had sat on it another day or 2. But once she feels that these other goslings or ducklings or chicks are old enough, because they can do without food for at least 3 days, food or water for at least 3 days. I think it's 72 hours. So they can do without food and water because they have all the nutrients that they've been absorbing out of the egg the whole time that they've been growing. So that's why. And so mom will sit on, that's why she sits on them, and that's why they don't, all these chicks and ducklings and goslings and birds of all sorts, no matter how many eggs they have underneath them, they don't all hatch out at the same time. Even though she might have laid them all at the same time, one every day until she's got a pretty good batch of eggs under her, 6, 8, 10 eggs, and then she sits on them all, but they still will not hatch out together. Now these all here are hatching out pretty much together, which is kind of cool, I think. But if I'd be quiet, I guess you could hear them making little noises. That's the Goslings. I'm not sure. I think it's that little guy right there that's making the noise. So yeah. So we don't want to do too much messing with their. What I will do is once they start cracking it open, I'll open it up a little wider so that they have a little more air. Because they can suffocate if they can't get the membrane and everything off the shell. They can also drown if you have too much water. If there's too much moisture and it looks like there's really not any in here. So I guess it's probably, once I get these guys out, there's a little moisture in here. So there's enough to keep them hydrated. So once I get these guys out, in the next couple of days, then I'll add a little more water and see how these other ones start hatching out. Actually, this little egg right here, I've seen it move a couple of times. I don't know if you can see it. I watched it move. Moving around. I don't see it moving right now. Of course not. I'm talking about it, so it's not going to move. But it did move a little bit. Of course, when I moved the box, it might have caused it to move a little bit, too. So once these guys are all out, I'll also wash this all out and get it all cleaned up for the next batch. Right now, the goose is sitting on eggs, so and I think I said she had 8 underneath her, so we'll wait until she hatches those out. But I don't think she'll lay any more. And the other goose, she is not laying. I haven't seen any eggs under her or out or anything. Of course, I take that back. I did see one egg, and I think the ravens got a hold of it. I can't wait to get the duck house put up this summer. I'm going to get that done. So I can't wait till everybody comes out, and we'll get pictures of everybody once they're out. Like, these are the American buff geese. They're not Toulouse, they're American buff. They're like the gander, he'll hiss at me and stuff, but he's never tried to attack me or anything. He just hisses at me. So I'm not afraid of him, and he knows I'm not afraid of him. I guess that's why he doesn't try and attack me. Now, I did have a Toulouse, an African Toulouse that would try and attack me every now and then, but this one here, the American buff, hasn't done that. Anyway, hope you enjoy, and we have a great day, and we will catch you on the flip side.